let me move on to the next presenter, who is Francesco Liuzza, who is a senior technical sales engineer at JS Solar. And Francisco is going to talk about solar in different scenarios, designing solar modules for extreme desert conditions. Francisco, the floor
Hello,
is
good
yours.
morning. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity today. I'm going to share my presentation. Let me see. Sure. I will put in presentation mode. Do you see it? Everything is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start. Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Sharon, for this interesting introduction on different scenarios. I can confirm that from manufacturer side, the different scenario applications is now in a very active moment of the market. There are a lot of new applications that requires attention in terms of reliability and durability of products. And JA started a long time ago in differentiating and designing new products, looking at the best reliability and quality that can be suitable for different scenarios and applications. Today, we will focus on a specific application on desert and dusty areas. And my presentation will be, let me see, okay, divided in 5 sections. I will give you an introduction on the approach on the different scenarios, then the challenges in power generation under harsh conditions in deserts, solutions from JA Solar on desert regions, and then I will give you some details on the customer value perspective of these new products for desert and some info about ongoing and already performed field tests in deserts. Let's go into this topic then. Yeah, the multi-scenario applications in JA is part of our now daily activity. We are asked to reply to customers' demands that can differ a lot related to the market demands in different regions worldwide. We started some time ago on developed and released mass production products for floating and offshore, for extreme cold, for anti-glare, for air resistance models. And we are continuing this process. It's an ongoing process, something that we can improve and also differentiate according to the market demands, keeping the target to provide reliable products with the best efficiency and with an affordable price level comparable to the standard models. What is our approach? Our approach is systematic and it's really taking into account the market demands, and it's based on an approach that we call the 5W1H. So it means when a new market demands, it's arriving to our R&D department, to our company. We are following, we are trying to define why this product is needed, who is asking for it, when it's needed. So if there is a timeline for approaching a specific market, where this new product will be applied, and what for, I mean, the final, the final features will be served for, and how to develop new products. So first stage for sure is R&D level. R&D level in JA is very important for us, and we are doing a very nice job during the years and releasing the best technologies. So we are leading the TOPCon generation for PV models, and our models in terms of efficiency are also with high efficiency is also dedicated to the new scenarios. For sure, the steps are starting from development of products, selecting specific materials. The improvement of the bill of material is crucial, and edging tests dedicated to specific scenarios are performed in our internal labs and external labs to start the investigation. And then coming through different steps and to a final mass production for practical application. This approach is now systematic, as I said, and I will give you a very nice example of what we promoted recently during this summer about the challenges in power generation under harsh conditions in deserts. JA has a very high experience in desert areas. These are some of the projects already delivered globally, but I mean, it's not a full map, but it shows you where JA approached desert areas and dusty areas worldwide. For sure, focusing on the internal market in China, where there are a lot of desert areas with different configurations, I mean, different environmental effects. But then we expanded. So we are working a lot in Middle East and in North Africa. We work in US, Mexico, Chile, Atacama Desert. But all this experience now is delivered to a specific mass production line called DesertBlue that could be even extended to dusty regions, even in Europe or in Australia or somewhere else. So dust is everywhere for sure. Desert is expressing the harshest condition in terms of effects coming from sand, wind, and heat. For sand, we need to, focus on how the sand is affecting reliability and performances on models in terms of hash accumulations on the surface of the models, and it's also related to the dimensions of the particles, starting from 10 to 100 microns, and the effects can be different in different scenarios for even for desert. And also the effect of sand is based on the abrasion on the external part of the glass, especially in coating, and wind can affect mechanical resistance of the models and create damages on models. And for sure, heat is also having a big role because heat is reducing performances, it's creating deformation of the models and potential hotspot on models. Frequent sand effect can have an effect in light emissions, and sand and dust accumulation results in over 30% of power generation loss if there is no systematic and very frequent OEM action on site. It can affect reliability. Glass surface where reduces the lifespan of the coating by 32% sometimes, and continuous dust accumulation increase the risk of outflow. And also in terms of cost for running this big project, OEM cost can increase by 50% if no suitable products are not put into consideration. What are the solutions in order to clean and keep the model safe from this effect? For sure, could be a manual cleaning with high labor cost, or a robotic automatic cleaning with initial investments and cleaning robot OEM cost. Winds can for sure have effect on cracks in cells, affect power generation performance, and structural damage to models. Temperature can decrease power generation and also accelerate aging of materials. Then having clear what we are challenging, JA developed specific solutions with the DesertBlue TOPCon version. We are applying the latest technology for our TOPCon products. We are talking about our 4.0 Pro Advanced. And later on, these features will be also applied to the 5.0 generation, and with an efficiency higher than 24%, reaching up to 24.8 by next year, and power classes around 650 for the standard 2382 version. For technical advantages were improved, especially self-cleaning of models property, minimizing dust adhesion, improved model light transmission. The product is also offering a higher abrasion resistance on the coating, high loading capability and capacity, and lower carbon footprint requirements and targets, and also improved high temperature resistance. Right now, down to 0.28% per Celsius degree coefficient, later on down to 0.26 in 5.0 generation. Let's have a look on a very maybe impressive effect on dust accumulation due to the innovation on the glass. The glass is a specific microstructure design and specific coating. Here there's a picture. I will show you an animation. On the left side, the standard models with dual coating. That can have strong dust adhesion, static electricity that can attract and keep dust particles, and require rinsing and dry brushing. The new glass applied on the DesertBlue significantly reduced dust adhesion. As anti-static material prevents dust particles from adhering, and self-cleaning can be achieved by wind blowing of dust particles. From the animation, you can see how the particles is adhering on the standard models, and maybe the wind blowing effect is not sufficient to clean off the particles, and also rain. It's not frequent in desert, of course, so it requires more cleaning operation on models. The new DesertBlue glass is offering this effect of reducing, you see, the adhesion, and the wind blow can effectively put off the dust from dust particles out from the glass. I have this video that is very impressive from my point of view. Yeah, I will show you on the left side you have the regular models with double coating, and on the right side you have the DesertBlue models. If I run the video, you can see how the particles are going down and not adhering on the surface of the model, and how dust is remaining due to static effects on the regular models. That's why, I mean, this features is very important even in other applications, not in other scenarios, not only in deserts. In Europe as well, we have dusty areas, arid areas, where for sure the dust accumulation can lead to an efficiency reduction of the models, and on reliability, especially on hotspot effects and temperature related features. So I will replay this video because it's quite nice. So you see how the particles are laying down very easily, and I mean, this is one of the features that we implemented in our DesertBlue model. In terms of reliability on the glass, we are showing here how the new glass enhanced light transmittance, has greater stability, higher corrosion resistance. We performed several tests on models, so you can see on the left side a graph on glass light transmission decay, where the light transmittance decay on the DesertBlue is reduced over 32%. You see some chamber test, pressure chamber test, and humidity freeze results, and for sure it offers enhanced wear resistance, where coating hardness tests show extended film lifespan higher than 3-5 years. But on the mechanical side, especially on the wind effect, the new design of the DesertBlue is adopting a steel frame. This is a very important, improvement in order to increase the strength compared to aluminum, prevent deformation or damage caused by wind pressure or vibration. And also after sand dust erosion test, steel frame surface shows no cracks, scratches, or red dust on the external parts. Steel offer better thermal expansion coefficient compatibility between steel and glass, and adapt a large diurnal temperature fluctuation in deserts, reducing stress caused by temperature change. Also, steel offer excellent electrical conductivity and reduce the need of additional grounding materials. This is very important for the cost point of view, and simplify grounding connection design. Then steel also optimize production energy efficiency, and it meets high material recycling rate. So it can also reduce offer low carbon footprint on models. Then it offers, as a result, for sure, an high load mechanical resistance, enhanced by over 60%, especially on wind loads. You can see the standard 2,400 Pascal increase up to 4,000 Pascal. And in terms of strength of the steel frame, in terms of tensile strength and heel strength, you can see how the steel substrate with the specific design can increase the strength, the overall strength of the model. Models of these years were tested. Laboratories, specific sequence dedicated for desert dried and hot environment conditions through different cycles of thermal cycle and UV doses, coupled with the dynamical and mechanical load test, and also sand blow test that shows in very severe conditions, no cell cracks, internal contact and disinformation not affected, and very low losses and degradation. But this is from the product point of view, but this is translated to an operation value, something that can affect the LCOE and the BOS of a project. The manual cleaning can be reduced about 50%. Normally is required 4 times per year. With the DesertBlue, 2 times per year is estimated as sufficient to keep the reliability and the performance of the models at high levels. And this can be expressed by a number that is calculated on a 100 mega power station, saving more than 6 million RMB in a 25-year cycle state. And also robot cleaning, it reduces initial investment, and it also can reduce the cost of OEM and operational value. But it's not only on operational value. We are also reducing construction value. I mentioned before the ground fee configuration for the steel frame, giving saving cost, affecting the BOS, and also the PV cleaning robot investment, and also increasing power generation system value and reducing low carbon emission. All these considerations were also tested on field. As I told you at the beginning of the presentation, we have a lot of projects already in place and in operation on desert areas. We are showing here 2 results. We have many of these reports on existing projects. The first one on the left is on Mengneng field test in Ulambu Desert, conducted this year from May to July. You can see how the DesertBlue is boosting power generation by around 4.5% compared to regular models. And on Fengshan base, in a special simulate high dust weather conditions, we achieve a 7% increased power generation compared to regular models. These are, hypothesis is that no manual cleaning or maintenance was performed during this test period. So we compared to a condition where no maintenance and cleaning was performed, especially on this test. So please feel free to contact us to have more information on the field test. These are the proof that DesertBlue models and how JEA is approaching the new scenarios can really affect the value of the project and performance and so on. So let's close with our launch spot. We say dust off, power on model. So we are very proud to contribute in in improving applications and improving reliability and quality in different scenarios like the desert.
Great.
That's all from my side. Thank you. I don't know if I took so long, but
no, yeah, you were exactly on time. So,
okay.
but still, I think we can still have one question from my end. So probably
Yes,
I don't know whether
please.
you covered or I missed it. So at certain point, PV industry believe that having a backsheet on the rear side is beneficial for desert environments because it's more breathable, so you don't have heat accumulation. There were some studies. So, but what the industry think right now, because now you represent JA, which is you might have done all that.
All our desert models and also TopCon models are now based on double glass versions, and also we believe that in different conditions, even in high temperature condition, double glass with specific encapsulant developed for different scenarios is the best solution, also to keep safe and confine any kind of losses on TopCon cells. So all our series are based on double glass versions. Even we recently released lightweight versions with backsheet on rear side. So with a specific material that can, offer lower permeability to moisture and a safe encapsulation pack, even on monofacial. But our first choice and our strategy is based on double glass models, and even for deserts.
Okay, great. Thanks. I think, Francesco, there are also few questions that are in the chat box. Please try to answer them. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead. We'll see each other again soon in the panel. Yeah,
thank you.
Great. Thanks, Francesco.